Account for amount owing between associate and joint venture and members of group. Where investor has some amount owing to it by the associate or joint venture and there is no prospect of it being settled in foreseeable future, then the amount due is treated as extension of investor's investment in the associate or joint venture. For example, the amount due is part of the carrying amount on investment in associate or joint venture. Computation of carrying value of investment in associate or joint venture to be disclosed in consolidated statement of financial position. The investment in associate or joint venture is initially recognized at cost, and the carrying amount is increased or decreased by the investor's share of the post-acquisition profits or losses of the investee. This share will be recognized in the investor's profit or loss. The increases and decreases to the carrying amount of the investment will also include the investor's share of changes to the investee's other comprehensive income. This share will be recognized in the investor's other comprehensive income. Dividends and other distributions from the investee reduce the carrying amount of the investment. This value will be disclosed as non-current asset unless the investment is classified as held for sale in accordance with FAR 5. Carrying amount of investment. Firstly, identify the investment at cost. Then add any post-acquisition profit or loss and post-acquisition share in other comprehensive income. And then less any dividends and impairment of goodwill for the year. Journal entries for group's share of the post-acquisition reserves is debit investment in associate or joint venture and credit group reserves. For dividends, investment in associate will be credited and dividends received will be debited. The computation of share of profit in associate or joint venture to be disclosed in consolidated statement of profit and loss. In consolidated statement of profit or loss, group retained profit will be reflects the group's share of the associates or joint venture's current year's profit after tax, which is shown separately. Group's share of associates or joint ventures' current year's profit after tax is shown separately. Journal entries for the share of profit in associate or joint venture is debit investment in associate or joint venture, credit share of profit after tax in associate or joint venture.
Created using Powtoon.